Hey there football fans, and welcome back to Footy Today. Big moves are brewing in the football world. Aston Villa are reportedly convinced Marcus Rashford has his eyes set on a different club. Then over at Tottenham, a shock twist means that they must act fast to secure one of the greatest managers in the game if they are to sack Ange Postecoglou. Meanwhile, Emi Martinez could be on his way out of Villa, with the club eyeing an Arsenal target as his replacement. And up north, Newcastle are plotting a major move for a Borussia Dortmund star they've been watching for over a year. If any of the stories in the video are of interest to you and you would like to read more about them, we have posted the links to the original articles in the description box below. Okay, let's get started with Marcus Rashford. Aston Villa are reportedly growing doubtful about keeping Marcus Rashford. Despite his resurgence on loan under Unai Emery, Rashford, who has struggled with form and fitness at Man Utd, has impressed with 4 goals and 6 assists in 17 appearances for Villa. However, a recent hamstring injury could end his season early, and the two clubs are now discussing whether to cut the loan short. Rashford's future at Old Trafford looks bleak following clashes with the new boss Ruben Amorim. Villa hold a £40 million buy option, but Rashford himself is undecided on what comes next. PSG are now believed to be leading the race for his signature, with a long-standing interest resurfacing after facing Villa in the Champions League. Reports suggest Rashford's plans to decide his future before mid-June. For now, it's a waiting game, with Rashford holding the final say on his next move. Moving on, Tottenham's Europa League run could define this season, but even a trophy might not be enough to save Ange Postecoglou's job. A dismal Premier League campaign has left Spurs in 16th position, with just 4 wins in 2025. With Postecoglou under pressure, big names are being considered, with Carlo Ancelotti reportedly on top of the list. His potential move to manage Brazil has stalled, reopening the door for a Premier League club. Spurs have also looked at Xabi Alonso, however he's now close to joining Real Madrid. They're thinking about Jurgen Klopp, however that's a long shot. And lastly, the most attainable manager that they can get is Fulham's Marco Silva. But Ancelotti's experience and past success in London with Chelsea makes him a standout option. If you recall, Ancelotti also managed Everton, turning them around from relegation fears to a top half finish. Shows he's no stranger to tough jobs. Tottenham believe he could do the same in North London, especially with better backing and a Europa League win. Whether or not they lift silverware, Spurs may be preparing for a major change at the top. On to our next story. Emi Martinez is reportedly being lined up for a move to the Saudi Pro League as Aston Villa begin their search for a new first-choice goalkeeper. Despite helping Villa into the Champions League and now playing a key role since joining from Arsenal, the club may be ready to move on. Martinez, now 32, has had his standout moments for both club and country, but off-field antics and past clashes with Unai Emery have raised concerns. He remains one of Villa's top earners, and with the club under financial pressure from FFP, a high-value sale could make sense. Villa are said to be eyeing Espanyol's Joan Garcia as a potential replacement, with a young goalkeeper having a release clause of only £21 million. While Martinez recently signed a new long-term deal and has spoken of his deep connection to the club, interest from Saudi Arabia could test that commitment. Villa reportedly believe a significant offer might be incoming, though no club has yet been named. From now, Martinez's future at Villa Park looks uncertain heading into the summer window. On to our last story. Newcastle are eyeing Borussia Dortmund's Nico Schlotterbeck as a key summer target, despite the defender being sidelined with a knee injury. The Magpies have tracked the German international for over a year and remain confident in his long-term value. Even with his recovery expected to last until October, with financial restrictions easing, Eddie Howe is preparing to strengthen his squad, particularly at centre-back. Schlotterbeck, who has impressed before his injury with consistent starts and 4 assists, is viewed as a serious upgrade in defence. While Newcastle already have Botman, Shaw and Byrne, Howe wants more depth, and Schlotterbeck is high on the list after a failed January move for Mark Guéhi. Dortmund aren't ruling out a sale, but would expect a significant fee for the 25-year-old, who is under contract until 2027. Schlotterbeck is reportedly open to a Premier League move, and Newcastle hope Champions League qualification can help seal the deal. He's one of several names on their radar as the club plans another big step forward next season. And that wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, it really helps us out. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and feel free to share your thoughts on these stories in the comments below. Also, let us know which team you support so we can tailor future videos to cover the latest updates and news about your club. And while you're here, why not check out our previous videos where we break down the biggest daily stories in a quick, easy to digest format. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.